Hi, I'm Philip Griffith with PSG Photo Solutions, and I'm getting ready to head to Boston for the 2026 Photo Managers Conference. My wife Susan and I will be speaking there about something we do often for our clients, turning fragile old photo albums into lasting photo books. As I was thinking about that, I realized this is one of those services I probably don't talk about enough. And honestly, it solves a lot of problems for families. One of the biggest is the question of who gets the family photo album. Maybe several siblings want it. Maybe children or grandchildren want a copy. Sometimes even close family friends. When we turn an old album into a photo book, suddenly more than one person can enjoy it. Sometimes the reason is preservation. A lot of old albums are falling apart. And of course, there are those old magnetic albums that can be actually damaging to photos. If you have ever handled one of those, you know how easy photos or little bits of memorabilia can come loose and fall out before you even realize where they belonged. Other times, there may be mold or mildew in the album, which brings up health concerns as well as preservation issues. And sometimes the reason is simply practical. People are downsizing. They don't have room for shelves full of bulky albums, or they want to condense several albums into one beautiful overview that's easier to store, easier to share, and easier to look through. That last part matters more than people realize. A lot of families have albums they rarely open anymore because they're just too big, too fragile, too heavy, or there are simply too many of them. But when those same memories are turned into a thinner, lighter photo book, they become much easier to hold, easier to pass around, and easier for older adults and children to enjoy. And when they do look at them, conversations start that may never happen otherwise. But what we do is not just about making an album smaller and lighter. What I really love is adding value by helping preserve the story that goes with the photos. That can mean adding genealogical information, creating an index, or including a little background about why the album was made in the first place. Because here's what's happened so often. People label photos with names like Mom, Grandpa, or Aunt Sue. That makes perfect sense right now, but 2 or 3 generations from now, no one may know who that was. And sometimes Aunt Sue was not even a relative, but a dear neighbor or close family friend. Without context, these stories can get lost. That's why I care so much about helping families not just save their photos, but make them understandable and meaningful for the next generation. So yes, Susan and I will be speaking at the conference, and yes, I'll be interviewing some of my colleagues again while I'm there. But I also wanted to take a moment to share a little more about this part of our work, because for many families, it's a meaningful solution. If you have old albums that are fragile, bulky, damaged, or just too hard to share, this may be a good option for you. My hope is always to help you use your photos to tell your story so that they will last for generations.